Good afternoon from The Hague in the Netherlands. It's the Rabobank Hockey World Cup 2014. It's day 4 of the event, and we focus now on this Pool B game between Germany and Argentina. So Germany with a win in their first game of the tournament against South Africa, beating them by 4-0 take on Argentina, who lost their opening game by 3-1. That's how that translates in the table. Germany topped the table with the Netherlands and New Zealand nipping away at their heels, both having won their first games as well. New Zealand currently up as well in their game against South Africa and looking like they're going to take all 3 points to go to the top of that table. Germany will be hoping to be there by the end of this game as well. In their way though, Argentina. A few fans there in the crowd of Augustin Mazzilli. Got a big cheer as the players were introduced by the announcer here, and right on cue the players come out of the tunnel. So the Germans here closest to us, Tobias Hawker there walking through the front of frame in all black today against Argentina in the navy blue and white stripes. German border not too far away, so plenty of the German support flooding in across the borders. Christopher Ruhr's fan club, there it is. And the Argentinian fans are going crazy over there. It's almost a football-like atmosphere. World Cup football not far away, but let's switch our focus to this Hockey World Cup. We'll start with the anthems of both nations, and then play will be underway. Max Caddis, the coach of the Dutch women, watching on here as Germany, the Olympic champions, take on Argentina. The usual meet and greet ahead of the game, now down to business. Here's how both sides line up. Jacobi in goal with Butt, Muller the captain, Hanna, Vesely, Hawker, Vess, Korn, Zeller, Fuchs and Stralkowski all in the starting lineup. Christopher Ruhr on the bench there, as we saw. Where's number 17? Marcus Weiser has the likes of him to draw upon. The young player of the year. Their opponents then, Argentina, ranked 11th, some way back behind Germany, who are ranked 2nd. Well, the Germans pumped there, and that was Tobias Hawker with the final few words to G up the team. There's those traditional high fives. Gonzalo Peliac, the Argentina penalty corner expert. He wears number 2 with Vivaldi in goal, Gilardi, Ibarra, Lucas Rey, the captain, Paredes, Villa, Rey, Brunet, Mazzilli and Rossi in the starting 11. Carlos Retegui takes charge from the bench, the head coach not only of the men's team here at the World Cup, but also of the women's team as well. Argentina, as we said, a loss in their first game against the Netherlands, losing that game by 3-1. And a win for Germany in their opening game, a 4-0 victory against South Africa. Fans are ready, as are the umpires. Hamish Jamison and Tim Pullman making up the umpiring lineup. There's the whistle to get us underway then, and it's Argentina that push back, playing from right to left in the blue and white stripes. Their opponents this afternoon, Germany, the Olympic champions, and ranked considerably higher than them in the world rankings. Germany, 2 times winners of the Hockey World Cup. Germany quite happy just to sit back, attacking that goal to the right-hand side as we look at it in all black. Argentina just enjoying a nice spell of possession. Sideline ball allows me to introduce Simon Mason, who's in the commentary box with us today. GB goalkeeper and with us throughout the Hockey World Cup. Simon, welcome on board.
Thanks, Mike, and looking forward to an exciting 70 minutes of hockey, and I think it's the youngsters today who may well have something to say during the course of this. The young Gonzalo Peliac for Argentina, ferocious penalty corner flicker, and then Christopher Ruhr. Well, anybody within hockey knows all about his skill and craft.
Good little tackle on the baseline from Ibarra, forces a long corner for Germany. This is Muller, the captain, who just cross-field passes it, and Germany looking for an access route to the head of the D. Can they get something inside it? There is Hawker, one of those promising players to look forward to during the day. Their skills will be on show for the next 70 minutes or so. Florian Fuchs, that ball just coming up off his stick, so into the Argentina defender, gives possession back to Argentina. A game Germany will be very much expecting to win, Simon.
You'd have thought so, but Argentina have tested them firmly in the past, and they've got the skills to do so. They've threatened in every game they've played over the past 12 months in major competitions, and consistently got better and better. I think Germany in the end will have too much strength and firepower, but it's not going to be a runaway victory, I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah, they had the better of them at the Hockey World League finals when Germany didn't perform. They didn't take their strongest squad, remember, but Germany finishing some way down the rankings there, and Argentina getting in that early surprise in the tournament. And what's to say they can't do so here in the pool stages again? Route 1 ball comes through, it's cut out and deflected. It will go out of touch for a Germany ball, which Vesely will take. This is Zeller, who scored the other day. Oliver Korn, Christopher Zeller, Stralkowski and Grambusch, the scorers versus South Africa. This game too then for Germany.
And Argentina won't want to give away cheap penalty corners, because Zeller is just one of the most feared exponents of that particular skill in the whole world.
Here's a chance for Germany to open their account. Great skill set here from the Germans, and that ball pulled back by Fuchs.
How did Fuchs dribble for at least 4 people into a congested circle?
Counter-attack's on though, and Argentina just going to run out of steam here, and Martin Hanna, the defender, back in time. Had more gas, seemed to have more in the tank there and won that battle. It's Fuchs again, this time Germany on their own defensive 23-metre line. Inside now their defensive quarter. First time ball up the line from Vess, who's looking for that return pass. Instead, Vesely just coming infield, and Germany again just enjoying some casual possession.
And the less experienced players watching this with defensive sensibilities could learn a lot from Hanna a moment ago as he contested the Argentinian forward, realised that there was no point receiving the ball or tackling and trying to go back into contact. He could just accelerate the ball, roll it away from the Argentinian forward and just trot away into space to be able to regain possession for his side.
Look there at both the coaches, well established now within each camp. Carlos Retegui there, and before him Marcus Weiser. Germany, remember, the Tri-Finance Euro Hockey Nations champions as well last year in 2013. That'll be a long corner for Argentina. That's how Germany qualified for this year's World Cup. Certainly over the years have medalled at all the big events, including the Olympics in 2012 in London. Here's a ball into the D, though, taken again across the baseline. It was Vess with the final touch. It was actually Linus Butt with the final touch, but long corner it is. Plenty of stick tackles going in there. We hear the clashes echoing around the ground. There's a handful of Argentina supporters over there on that far touchline as well, right in front of play. And the noise that you can hear generated around the stadium is coming from that pocket of supporters.
And every time the ball goes out onto that corner, when, as it was a moment ago, Lucas Villa runs through that space, or a Mazzilli with great individual skills, they'll be up on their feet even more so than they are now, bouncing up and down and driving play forward. The danger is, however, that those players just get a little bit into that support and therefore overplay it a little bit through congestion.
Just stop it, Lucas. Just stop the ball, bring it where it was. No. Thank you.
Lucas Ray, the captain, just being asked to play the restart from where the foul occurred. Argentina don't hold on to the ball for long. Germany now in possession, drifting from left to right on your screens, and loop pass there from Christopher Ruhr. Reverse stick, he thinks about it, brings it back onto his forehand side, and out and round through Zeller. This is Vess.
Oh, such strong acceleration from Ruhr. He had time to get his eyes up and see that there was nobody in the heart of the Argentinian circle for him to pass to. Just recycling the ball, allowing his team to come forwards again for a better channel.
No, Moritz first, sadly, in the German setup for this year's World Cup. Didn't recover in time from a long sustained injury that he picked up, well, halfway through the year or so, just at the end of the domestic season. So Muller back in place as captain.
Well, tactically, the passage of play, an interesting interchange. Rabente pulling back into the base, into the back line, with Hainer allowing Muller to roll up the right-hand side. The ball didn't come up there, but it just shows the flexibility of these midfield players to come back into different spaces.
Here's space for Vess. Dinks that final tackle into the D now. Here's a chance for Germany to take the lead, and in the end it's cleared up. In amongst that, the Argentina defenders getting more on it. Was it Payat with the final touch that cleared it away? Clear out from Lucas Ray, and now Argentina hopefully can enjoy a spell of possession. Germany just hang back to a three-quarter press.
And Argentina still very much unwilling to concede into any sort of German strength or physicality. Quite Lucas Ray in the midfield, quite happy as captain to mix it up and defend his space.
That was Ibarra with the ball forward to Martinez. And here's that little dink from Vess. Lovely bit of skill. Gets his eyes up here, looking for Ruhr back on the P spot, but it was intercepted in the end by Juan Geladi. Got there first, was well positioned defensively. It's not been the most eventful of starts to this game. The Olympic champions yet to score against Argentina. Argentina putting up some stern defence. We haven't actually seen a shot on target as yet, so if you are just joining us, don't worry. You haven't missed too much. Germany and Argentina in a pool with the Netherlands, New Zealand, Korea and South Africa. Fighting for the top 2 places, remember, to get through to those semi-finals. Germany reverse stick shot comes in. Ball still very much alive, and they can't find a way across the face of D again. It'll be a long corner.
Christopher Wesley trying to power the ball into the circle. We're picking and rolling to get a shot away.
Acres of room down here on the near touchline for Furk. Cuts inside. Can't get past the flat stickle of Mateus Ray. Other results to bring you from the day, all from the women's half of the draw in Pool B. South Africa going down by 3-1 to the German women. And England, another shock defeat for them, going down 3-0 to China as that ball bobbles into the D. No danger there. It'll be a 16-yard hit, the restart for Germany. With a couple of those other results, England in big trouble by the looks of things at the bottom of their pool now. And Germany in the women's section, well, they pick up the 3 very valuable points and nag up to 4 points in the table. Here's Ruhr of Germany.
There's still a little bit of holding going on in your circle with Max.
Germany not committing too many players forward. Yeah, Brambush is up there in the D, and Shalkovsky just alongside. Germany opting to come back into their own half. Kit Arnold over on this near touchline is surely a good option if Germany want to exercise their way and push down that right-hand flank. But as we can see, just trying to suck out the Argentina defence.
Yeah, and Pilt Arnold's just trying to line himself up on the right-hand side.
Drive again comes from Ruhr. Just slightly missed that flicky wrist pass in, and that was deemed dangerous by the umpire.
Yeah, that's page 4 in the coaching manual. The flicky wrist pass is firmly there. So Pilt Arnold out on the right-hand side. What he was trying to do was line himself up against the Argentinian left forward so that the ball pace, the pass to him, the ball pace would actually beat the player. So the elimination was almost skill-less in its execution.
This is very much a German approach to things, isn't it? This is their style of hockey. They're just going to try and wear down Argentina. And, well, you can't take your eye off the ball for 1 second, can you? Because that's the moment they're going to strike.
Well, the Germans are renowned and have been for many, many years for having a really, probably one of the highest basic skill levels in international hockey. Some coaches perceive it comes from their indoor game, so their ability to just pass in small triangles and keep hold of the ball for probably longer periods of time than almost any other team in this competition means that they can just manipulate their opponents and create spaces and then make the right choice to go through the channels.
Breaking through the central channel there was Martin Zweiker. What have Argentina got up their sleeves? Slight acceleration from Paredes.
Well, Argentina will be exactly the opposite to the Germans in attack. The players such as Paredes, Mazzilli will break forwards through the spaces, and it'll be individual skill. They'll look to eliminate 1, 2, maybe even 3 players as they accelerate with the ball under control. We'll look and see ball carrying outside the left foot on a one-hander reverse extension as they drive through space before they pull it left to right across their body.
That's the quick self-pass. Remember, players can pass to themselves in the modern-day game of hockey. And that was a good example of it there from Augustin Mazzilli. Just to get the advantage over the 2 defenders that were closest to him, they have to retreat 5 metres, and thus eliminating them from the game. There's almost a deflection chance. That long, searching ball almost finding Lucas Villa. And Lopez alongside him, throwing that ball in. It was his long pass that came in. There's Lopez's hit.
Great understanding between the two of them. Lopez knows he's aiming for the far post.
Probably the best chance of the half so far for Argentina.
Pullman and Jamson having continual communication between themselves during the course of this game. Just being aware there's a little bit of shirt tugging and shoulder to shoulder in both circles, so just chatting each other through that, advising what they're looking for, making sure that there's nothing that goes sort of slips between the cracks in terms of them officiating, so that they reduce the amount of niggle really early on with good chat to the players.
That's a nice ball down the sideline. A little jab tackle takes it away. Oliver Korn getting his stick in the nick of time and just pinching it away from Manuel Brunet.
I'm down really hard.
Right end of play if you're rooting for Argentina. No way through past, but that time advantage played by the umpire. This is Zeller now. A couple of heavy stick tackles on him there.
Germany will be upset by the lack of advantage on that passage of play. Hamish Jamson must have perceived that Germany had also fouled as Zeller cut in from left to right. He drove through a channel between two Argentinians, put his shoulder in and forced passage, which was a really aggressive and successful piece of play, but he must have kicked it in order for Jamson to have not allowed him to play on.
This is Vesely now. Getting plenty of stick in there in that last challenge. Muller, German captain, out wide now to Vess. Gets his feet round it and clips it in, but it didn't quite have the pace on it. Ibarra just getting a little touch on it as well to numb some of that pace off it. Mateus Ray just into play with Ibarra, who chips it forward. Good patient play from Argentina in the corner there. There is a turnover of possession, though, with Hawker over the ball now for Germany, with Muller now.
Oh, Lucas Ray feeling very aggrieved as he came up that left-hand sideline. He looked at everybody else in the stadium that he'd fired the ball onto Max Muller's left foot. Unfortunately, Tim Pullman thinking different.
Reverse stick shots, a tight angle across the face of D and across the face of Vivaldi's goal.
I didn't see it, sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I missed it. Okay.
Here we see the backhand shot from Fuchs. He just gets a little bit too much right hand. Fortunately, Tim Pullman's not the tallest umpire on the scene. Christopher Blash might have seen that slightly differently.
Yeah, he is one of the tallest umpires on the scene, if not the tallest. Here's Gonzalo Payet. He hasn't had a chance yet to convert from the penalty corner routine that Argentina have up their sleeve. He did the other day, and he'll be hoping to get his chance at some stage. There's a look at one of the key stats, and 76% of the possession going Germany's way, and 4 circle penetrations to none. Circle penetration is when the ball is under control, remember, into the D. We've seen Argentina get close with that deflected effort. Lucas Villa not able to get a full stick behind it when Lopez crossed it in. It's Germany very much in control in this first half. Reverse stick cross comes in from Ruhr, wrong side of the goal, nowhere near.
And control being the important word, Mike, because what they're doing is just grinding Argentina down. The amount of work that Argentina are having to do as a unit across the pitch, the shuttling left to right as the ball's transferred across those 60 yards. Germany won't see any dividends right now because these guys are fantastically well conditioned. But in the later stages, the last 10-15 minutes, you could easily see tired legs, losing a metre of pace, and then the incisiveness will really strike.
Argentina's women have already played a game against South Africa as well. 4-1 victors on day 2 of the tournament. And the women up next after this game as well against the United States of America. That Pan-America clash to look forward to. Oh, there was no one there. Passed it to the umpire. He actually thought he was his teammate, so Grambusch getting a little confused there. Thought that Tim Pullman was on his side. Watch this.
Yeah, it's a great pass because it's Ruhr outside him who initially starts to run. And Grambusch has seen the first 2 paces. There's Ruhr just coming into shot. In the end, Pullman ended up where Ruhr should have been, and indeed, Grambusch trying to pass to the umpire.
Well, we couldn't do yellow because of the keeper. We only have blue, and we can't do yellow because of the keeper.
I think there we heard the umpires just saying a little conversation there about the colour of their shirts. They're red today, the umpires. There is a yellow option for the umpires to wear, but we can see that the German goalkeeper, Nicholas Jacobi, is wearing a yellow outfit, so that's the reason they can't wear yellow. That's just being explained to the players.
There's a bit of chat. I mean, to be fair, the Germans have got red socks and the umpires a red shirt, and they've got black shirt and black trousers. But to pass to a guy with long trousers on, I don't think you can really have a go and blame the umpire.
Entertaining nonetheless. Here come Argentina now, down the left-hand flank. Good little cut in field. Good strength shown there to ride that tackle from Barreros. Argentina will have the ball on the halfway line. Just this attacking side of it, the restart with Brunet. Argentina not really being allowed to get going. I really like watching them when they show that flair and those bursts of energy that bring them forward and the classy skills that come with that. Here's an opportunity for them. Again, it's a bit of a hit and hope ball. It'll be a long corner though. Last touch came off a German shirt. And Martin Hanna, quickest to react.
And that's the flair that you were talking about, Mike. That's Lopez taking a long corner simply by picking it and running on the sprint. So he hasn't looked up for a pass. He knows what the pass is as he's come to the ball and just picks and accelerates. Well, this is interesting because earlier on we were talking about the umpires chatting to each other about what the German defenders were doing, and Tobias Hague has just been penalised for holding the Argentinian player in the circle, and it was the disengaged umpire, Tim Pullman, who's had him up on that, seen it from distance and penalised him.
Well, like you said, yeah, they had been talking a fair amount over the radios which the umpires have to talk to each other during this game. And Germany down to 10 players for 2 minutes. Tobias Hawker in the sin bin, having been shown the green card.
Tackle, play it.
Clean tackle, says the umpire, on Christopher Ruhr. He gets it back, though. Reverse stick cross comes in flat. There's a deflection, wrong side of the post, though. Hits the side netting. That, one of the best German attacks we've seen in the half. Ruhr's cross in, but the deflection from Grambusch, this time going wide of the mark.
Yeah, Ruhr just tackled that back, didn't let the ball go as it had been taken off him, delivering it, but the angle was just too tight, and Vivaldi had his near post covered.
Oh, he's hit the ball away there. That's going to be a card too.
And they could be down to, they are down to 9 indeed.
Yeah, well, that's for deliberately hitting the ball away. It's Rebenta that's been penalised, and he'll join Tobias Hawker now in the sin bin. Hawker with about a minute left to serve. 2 minutes there too for Jan-Philippe Rebenta.
And even if Germany don't concede in this period where Argentina have now stepped out to full court press them, it's what damage it does physically to the 9 guys on the pitch. Okay, you could argue it's only, what, another 45 seconds before Hague comes back into play, maybe even less. But that minute, 90 seconds when Germany really have to compete physically with less players, you can pay for that in the later stages of the game.
Not sure how many seats they've got down there. Might be running out if there's another green card shown. Here's Argentina taking full advantage of that, or those 2 extra men that they have on the pitch currently. Germany just looking to wind down a bit more time on the clock here, down in that far corner. Must keep possession here, but Argentina, as you can see, at full court press. Every single attacking player up forward and putting pressure on Germany, and Germany come out with it. So more time to come off the clock, and that should hopefully allow for at least Hauke to come back onto the pitch. There he is. He's gone down to sit there as a substitute now, which means Germany are back up to 10 players.
And while Argentina had that 2-man advantage, we saw 2 crash balls into the circle, and I just don't think that's particularly intelligent hockey. What Germany would do with lesser men is they'd make their defence really narrow, protect the line to goal, and Argentina needed to throw a half-back up the sidelines or a player onto the baseline in order to work round that central defence.
Still down to 10 though, Germany, just for another 30 seconds or so max. No way through as yet for either side. If you're just joining us, it's Germany 0, Argentina 0.
Hey, I didn't see it. Calm down.
tackle coming in from Matthias Ray. And Germany back up to full numbers, all 11 back on the pitch, 11 versus 11. That's what we're used to seeing. Argentina unable to take advantage of that power play that they had, where they had those extra players, but they still retain possession. Still waiting for an opening goal here in this game. Both sides have come close with deflection efforts, and there's a lovely tackle, last-minute tackle. That is wonderful stuff. That's Muller, the captain, who's got a touch in there. That was first class.
That's a superb tackle, because Mazzilli's carried the ball left to right. He's just dropped a shoulder that's made Muller just change his balance, and then as Mazzilli's accelerated around him, Muller's had to recover. We'll see here. Lovely little... That's the three-dimensional skill we just saw as he played it into Muller's knee. That's not quite as successful, but here, what a tackle. Extension, keeping his arm away from Mazzilli's back so there's no pressure on it and he can't be penalised.
Easy.
While making defending look easy there. Max Muller, the German captain. This is Christopher Ruhr now, the FIH Young Player of the Year. Brave to front up to that. Final touch came from a German stick, so it'll be Argentina ball. Benedikt Furk with the final touch. 2-on-3 at the back here for Argentina, if they can get a few more numbers forward.
As we said a moment ago, that's when Argentina do attack down that left-hand side, take the ball out to the left side of the body, carry it one-handed, so it makes it very difficult for a defender to step across. And if the defender does step across and get close enough, it opens up the direct line to goal if you just turn and accelerate 45 degrees straight to the heart of the circle.
What do you make of the first 25 minutes that we've seen so far? It's dull, is probably a bit harsh, but it hasn't been the most exciting first half of hockey in the World Cup games that we've seen. No,
but it doesn't surprise me. We said earlier on that the Germans are patient, they're experienced, they will build up play, and they'll hold until there is the opportunity to accelerate reasonably safely in these early exchanges. So that doesn't surprise me. Argentina, on the other hand, we haven't really seen the elimination that we would expect. But again, that will start to build as the clock ticks down, and we'll see a few more one-on-ones through the midfield.
So it may not be the most eventful first half, but 3 very valuable pool points to play for in the second. Just under 10 minutes remaining in the first half. Germany 0, Argentina 0. Neither keeper's had too much to do in this first half. Juan Vivaldi for Argentina there, coached by Carlos Retegui. And the reserve goalkeeper, Augustin Abrate, alongside him. Marcus Weiss's go-to man is Nicolas Jacobi today. And the ball up his end now. That was good awareness to tuck that ball under the body from Mazzilli.
Yeah, but the skill was predictable from Mazzilli. As soon as he took the ball into the back of his stance, he's done that spin 2 or 3 times during this tournament already.
Florian Fuchs with a chance to run at the Argentina defence. Offlays the ball. Here's a chance for the opening goal, and the opening shot is saved. That's the first shot on target we've seen. Christopher Ruhr letting rip, and Vivaldi, quick reactions to deny the Germans.
Play on. Play on.
Good soft hands from Max Muller. Good advantage from the umpire.
What a surprise. And hey, they can't do that. The goalkeeper could be in a whole world of trouble here. Vivaldi's chased Ruhr down. Ruhr did hit the ball after the whistle, but Vivaldi has actually gone chest to chest and knocked Ruhr over. He really could be in a lot of trouble here for that reaction.
Just go away. Move away.
Well, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. He's hit it after the whistle. He's going to be spoken to here. But you're right, no physical contact allowed really there. The keeper went right after him.
He was late. He was after the whistle.
Yeah,
and he went through.
The German striker.
It was after the whistle, and it was. But the ball was off the pitch. Yeah. So if it's any, if you want to give a card, it's a technical infringement, nothing else. You know, against the person playing. Okay. I think I'll give him a bollocking if it's up to me.
Well, we'll apologise for the language in there. I'm surprised if there isn't a card. I really, genuinely am surprised. Ruhr needs to be spoken to for hitting the ball after the whistle, but he's been flattened.
Okay, boys. Okay, we play.
Yeah. That's why he's having a word with him.
For me, that's good umpiring.
Well, Rua's gone over the top, and that's dangerous, so that's fine.
And
The
that's what it
whistle
was
goes.
going for,
Yeah,
yeah.
the whistle goes about now, then he hits it, and now the goalkeeper charges. Now the goalkeeper goes at him, and it's here. If that play carries on, which it doesn't, the impact's later on.
Well, yeah, what sort of consequence would that have had on the game had the Argentina goalkeeper been given a card? Juan Vivaldi, very, very lucky to be on the pitch.
And the umpires have chatted well, and I agree with the way they've handled it, with the exception of a lack of penalty. The Argentinians would immediately have subbed the player off and put their second goalkeeper on for 2 minutes. So it's not like they would have been keeperless.
The reason I think they played that well is because the shot did come in after the whistle, which is what angered the goalkeeper, but there is no excuse for what happened after that.
No, not at all. And it wouldn't have surprised me to see Rua getting a green card for the infringement after the whistle, and then Vivaldi picking up a yellow for the physical contact.
There's Mazzilli's bit of whippy skill, often referring to that one now as the jalebi turn. The Argentina crowd like it. Only that small pocket of them here, but they're making plenty of noise in amongst the Dutch home fans. Netherlands men in action later this evening against Korea. Brave tackle from Linus Butt.
Now, Argentina need to recycle. It just feels like they're trying to force the ball into the circle a little bit. Germany defending well in numbers. They've got really good strength through that channel. And there is nowhere to go. Mazzilli running into a flat stick.
Well, there's plenty of banter out there. Here's that incident
now's where we see the contact. So Rua's hit the ball after the whistle. Now, watch this. That, well, it's just not acceptable in my mind. It's something that should have been penalised in some way. Fuchs and Korn get involved with Vivaldi afterwards. Lucky man, I have to say.
Rua going down very, very easily, like a sack of potatoes, but
Good decision.
we think the umpires made the right decision with everything sort of taken into account. Mace, you think he should have been sent off and given a 5-minute suspension for that bit of play? And
yeah, there's always going to be a difference of opinion, and Marcus Weiss on the sideline was definitely in the punish the goalkeeper school of thought, but he's always going to protect his players.
well, we'll try and leave that incident behind us and crack on with the rest of the first half as Argentina look to try and get their noses in front here against the run of play. Can they get something? Maybe a penalty corner or even a goal. Argentina lead. It's Germany 0, Argentina 1. Right on the near post. Argentina have poached it and they go 1-0 up.
Now, is that a deliberate shot, or has that come off the head of Max Muller's stick? Brunet has seen a chance. He's pulled his feet round it. Jacobi's on the near post. Muller's come back into contention. That's Hague who steps in. Does he get a touch? I think that comes off the end of Hage's stick as Brunet tries to push it. We'll see here. There's the touch, it does. Brunet's trying to go across to Schickendance on the far post. It's Hague who touches that in past his own keeper.
Over the shoulder of Nicolas Jacobi, who was almost getting set to cover that far post delivery. Either way, it's ended up in the back of the goal, and with 5 minutes to go till half-time, Argentina are up. Germany go in hunt and in search of an equaliser. They trail here, Manuel Brunet putting Argentina ahead.
Well, so many times, Mike, we've seen Germany with a heap of possession and not really creating that much, but Argentina, against many, many other oppositions, have sat back and soaked things up like the sponge you talked about. Then all of a sudden, a moment of brilliance, one-on-one, has created some space, created an opportunity that they've taken.
There's Brunet, the goal scorer, his first goal of the 2014 World Cup campaign. Argentina in control. Moment of thought there for Marcus Weiss. Didn't see that coming, nor did the German fans. Remember, Germany, the current European champions. Argentina ranked 11th in the world, qualified also as continental champions of Pan America. Important touch from Ibarra, long corner.
Yeah, Ibarra in front of Fuchs. Fuchs had led high, ready for that ball through.
There was some stick on stick there. Tchaikovsky in the mix, and Argentina will have the free hit just inside their own half. Ibarra plays it back to Paylat.
Very, very wide back three. Payat sitting very deep onto his own penalty spot to distribute. Lucas Ray in front of him, giving him a central midfield option. Argentina now starting to step forward, which is interesting at 1-0 up with only 2.5 minutes to play.
There's that crunch ball into the D, which we've seen come off once, and that's all so far for Argentina, but still persistently trying to get it in the D. Max Muller gets the ball back under control.
And the little disguise, the dummy on the edge of the circle as the ball was crashed in, suggests that Argentina are looking, even if they can't get touches from their own players, they're looking to pick the ball off the German defensive line as it's crashed in. If the touches and the hands aren't soft enough, there is a rebound, second phase play that they can exploit.
So German foot there from Benedikt Furk, giving possession back to Argentina for this final 2 minutes now. They lead, having scored on 30 minutes through Manuel Brunet. Another ball into the D there, cut out. Umpire thought that was slightly too physical from Lucas Villa.
Somebody being accused of being too physical on Martin Hainer. You're going shoulder to shoulder with that man, you've got to think that you're pretty strong to cope with it. He's a big lad, him and Max Muller at the back is a veritable wall.
Lovely ball into space and forward. That's good recovery from Granbersch.
Thank you.
Oliver Kahn with the restart. Can Germany pinch one back just before half-time? 1 minute left to play.
Hand. Hand, hand.
Aerial ball this time from Hague.
Full of hand that you can hear is Pullman talking to the players, making them aware. He can see them just pulling and tugging at each other.
Bit of a nothing ball in the end from Oliver Kahn. Could well be the last chance Germany get in this first half. Argentina springing that surprise on Germany and getting the one and only goal of the half, scored by Manuel Brunet. Snuck in near post with the aid of a slight deflection, and this the final play then. Can Argentina get one more as they battle into the D? No, they can't. Counter-attack with 8 seconds on the clock. Have Germany got time to get the ball into the D and try and get a penalty corner? No is the answer. Beaten by the buzzer. So half-time, Germany trail Argentina. It's Germany 0, Argentina 1. Well, a relatively tame first half from both these two sides, other than the goal scored by that man there, Manuel Brunet. He put his side ahead. It took 30 minutes for the first goal to come about. Juan Vivaldi may be lucky to be on the pitch after his clash, let's call it, with Christopher Ruhr. He's still there though, and Argentina with their noses in front. That's a job half done. Both sides looking for 3 points from this pool game at the Rabobank Hockey World Cup. At half-time, it is Germany 0, Argentina 1. Welcome back. It's half-time here between Germany and Argentina. The Olympic champions behind by 1. Manuel Brunet scoring on 30 minutes to put his side ahead. So Argentina lead. These sides in a pool, remember, with the Netherlands, New Zealand, Korea and South Africa. That's how the rest of the pool looks at the moment. And the final score as well, we can bring you there, that New Zealand game. New Zealand winning by 5-0 against South Africa, takes them to the very top of the table. Germany there currently in second, but Argentina will join them if they can get 3 points from this game. That's the mirror image from Pool A, where Australia and Belgium are the 2 undefeated teams. England keeping their chances of a semi-final place alive by beating India yesterday, scoring in the final 75 minutes through Simon Mantell. But Australia and Belgium very much leading the way in that pool. Some highlights then for you from this first half. Argentina coming close there with Lopez's ball in, being closely got to by Lucas Villa.
Good tackle.
That was Ibarra dispossessed up the other end though with Ruhr. This deflection effort not a million miles away. That probably the best of Germany's chances. Some controversy there after Ruhr played the shot a couple of seconds after the whistle had gone. Vivaldi then clashing with him at the end, the umpire ironing out those creases in the half. And then the goal. It was brought down well by Menini. And what about this for a tight angle? Took the smallest of deflections from Martin Hanna. And Argentina on the score sheet through Manuel Brunet. So that goal coming on 30 minutes, a full 35 minutes of hockey to look forward to still in this second half. You can see Germany dominating the possession and those circle penetrations, 9-2 in their favour. They've had 4 shots. Argentina have had just the 1, scoring from just the 1, and not a single penalty corner in the half so far. So a couple of minutes till we get back underway in the second half. Let's get the thoughts of Simon Mason, Great Britain goalkeeper, sat next to me here in the commentary box. Not the most eventful half. We've seen some of the stats there. We've seen the one and only goal. Your assessment of the first half?
Well, no surprise. I think the Germans have come out to set their stall out. They've been patient. They've dictated play around most of the pitch. But the one thing that Argentina have is flair, buckets of it. And they've just taken their opportunities when they're presented to them. And Brunet, you might argue that it was a little speculative. However, it was brought down very well by an individual to start with, and Brunet just picks it up. We see here, Hague just hangs a stick out, poor body position, not really committed, and absolutely stitches his goalkeeper up completely. But it's power from Brunet's flick along the baseline. He was looking for Schickendance on the far post. His eyes are up, he's looking for that. That's where the head is. There is no disguise, but it's Hague who last touch beats Jacobi on that near post to give Argentina the lead.
And I'm sure that celebration means something to someone very special back home in Argentina. The beats bursting out of the sound system here in The Hague at the Caio Sierra Hockey Stadium. Plenty of people involved with the social media as well. If you can get involved, please do. Facebook.com/FI Hockey. If you want to use Facebook, this lady here is probably tweeting a few messages as we speak. There's the old traditional way of just reading a book as well. But if you're a Twitter fan, then we'd love to hear your thoughts on Twitter, your assessment of this game, your shout-outs. They can all come via our Twitter link at @FIH_hockey. Remember, hashtag your tweets, RHWC2014. Get those tweets in now. A few of the fans just enjoying a light snack or two. That's right, you're on the telly, give us a wave. The two sides gather ahead of the second half. Argentina it is, here in your picture, that lead through Manuel Brunet. Half a job done for Argentina. Can they poach 3 points away from the Germans? Lucas Ray with the final words there to his teammates. The Germans already set to go. This youngster hasn't had an opportunity to wave his flag yet. Maybe he will in the second half. Germany get us underway in the second half then, attacking from right to left in the all-black strip with the red socks. But they trail here by a 1-0. Manuel Brunet putting Argentina ahead. Against the run of play, really, as well. Scoring on 30 minutes, beating Jacobi on the near post.
And it wouldn't surprise me in this second half, Mike, to see Germany change their backline to a 3-man backline and push people further forward. Try and get 3 forwards right up into the Argentinian circle. Carry the ball higher and get more chances inside that crucial area.
I guess the disadvantage of doing that is if they get caught on the counter-attack, that leaves them very exposed.
Yeah, it does, but with Argentina only playing a 1- or a 2-man forward line.
Deflection, wide of the post. Good effort. Sorry to jump in there, Simon, just got a little bit excited.
Not at all. As I say, Argentina are only playing a 1- or 2-man forward line, so the Germans, as long as they stay with 3, you see on the replays that flashes past.
Well, Fuchs could have done a little better with that. That's what his facial reaction says to me. Anyway, Marcus Weiser there, super close up of him, gritting his teeth. That was a good chance for Germany. So they have set out their stall for this second half, Germany. They need to convert chances like that, though. No goals as yet, and they'll be very disappointed about that as Max Muller picks up the ball. This is Butt now on the left-hand flank. And Zeller leading towards him in the midfield.
And that Argentinian front line of 3 just holding 5 metres short of the halfway line. Happy to contain the Germans for now, recognising that their own strengths are elimination and counter-attack.
Space on the right-hand flank, though, for Vess. Not too much pressure on him as he looks to round the Argentina defence. It was Gonzalo Payac, the last line of defence for Argentina there, but just clipped him with his stick on the way through and took him down. Hence a free hit for Argentina. Good result for New Zealand in the other half of the pool. They won their game just now against South Africa by 5-0. That means they go to the top of this pool. Pool B, which contains the Netherlands, New Zealand, Korea, Argentina, South Africa and Germany. Good strides forward from Phil Burrows and the boys. And those Black Sticks, 2 wins from 2 now for them. This is Germany on the edge of their D with Zeller. Interception comes in. Zeller keeping it in play, but forced back. Oh dear, 1-on-1 here. Has Mazzilli got the pace?
Well, if he hasn't, he's got support under his arm. Hayner's called the pass to get Zeller back in support.
Final jab tackle takes it for a long corner.
5 metres, guys, please.
Mazzilli knows that Hayner showing his class, but what was fantastic from a team defence perspective, Zeller knew that him and Hauke had sold their own team short, high up in their left-hand pocket, and Hayner, as he closed down Mazzilli, was calling Zeller, telling him to get back and cover the line to goal.
Here's another chance for Argentina, though.
Yeah, body, body, body. Body, 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 body. 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 High ball, just...
So we might see a video referral here.
Okay, no problem. High ball. High ball, okay. No problems. Dion, do you have me?
Yes, Tim, I'm looking for a high ball off the keeper.
Correct.
So as Mazzilli's forced this passage of play, he charges this ball in, it's bouncing in front of him. It's as Jacobi comes out here, Mazzilli touches it. We can't see from that angle how high the ball comes off the goalkeeper. We'll need a different angle, but that's what Argentina are asking. Has Jacobi put the ball up dangerously into Mazzilli as it hits his knee? It's not the contact we're looking for, it's where does the ball go off Jacobi? Where does it hit the Argentinian forward? Here's the touch to try and get it over Jacobi. It comes off his leg guards and his shoulder and then goes into Mazzilli, into his knee as he's jumping. Again, remember, it's not just the height, it's the danger. We're going to need some kind of super slow-mo in here. I'm not sure the umpire from any of those angles can make a realistic decision.
Yeah, tough call. Let's see what Dion Nell comes back with here to Tim Pullman, who called for the video referral. There's several looks at it from the angles that we have to provide for you from our local broadcasters here in the Netherlands.
So it's come off of Jacobi's shoulder in the end.
Yes.
Mazzilli's falling forwards.
You must remain with your decision. There was no danger.
Okay, Argentina lose their referral.
That's correct.
Okay, you lose, just wait. Lose referral.
So confirmation there that Argentina lose their referral. It wasn't indeed a dangerously high ball adjudged there by Dion Nell, the video umpire, and Tim Pullman sticking with his original decision.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Mazzilli was already on the way down. The ball has popped off Jacobi, but it's kind of popped into his knee as it's trailing behind a flailing body, you have to say. There was small contact, but that wasn't the issue. So definitely with the umpires there.
Little nudge in the back there from Tobias Hawker again. He's already had a green card for that in the game so far. Here's another little chance for Germany as Hague tried to thread that ball through. It was Florian Fuchs who was in the D looking for that final touch. Hawker now. That's Butt with the slightly sloppy first touch, which brings it back into his defensive half. Muller now on the far right-hand side. Crossfield to Hauke.
And again, Argentina quite happy to sit back and soak up pressure. The chance a moment ago that went to video referral was caused by the uncertainty down the left-hand side.
Good strength from Vesely to carry those two tackles and on to the D. The free hit will come back just outside the 23 metres as well. So it could have gone straight into the D there if they wanted to. Instead, Germany opting to play around with the ball, keep consistently changing those angles. Little bouncy one off the stick of Grambusch. But furious with himself, isn't he? Those are the sort of takes that you should be able to take rather comfortably at this level.
Oh, at this level, absolutely. I mean, a bouncing ball, a skipping ball should be taken down pretty straightforwardly. Germany still being put under pressure, and Hague having in the end to recover very well from a half touch. Carrying the ball outside his left shoulder there just gives him the strength to be able to shield the ball. Schickendance could be seeing a card here, though, because that's messy on Robente.
Yeah, what colour's this going to be, and who's it for?
Be careful with the tackles from behind. Be careful with the tackles from behind.
Just a warning then for Robente.
For Schickendance on Robente. Robente's cut in left to right, and a lot of players will do that. As a chasing opponent is behind, if you cut across the line of run, then you can actually create the contact.
Here's Vess, shot on target and open on the far post. Let's see if we can have a closer look at how far away that was going in, because for me that was a relatively easy tip in. Yes, it was a bobbly ball in from Vess, but a really good opportunity to get one back here for Germany. Great crossfield ball. Yeah,
that first pass, then as Vess comes in, he mishits it completely.
Yeah, it's Grambusch again that was on the far post.
And you have to say for Grambusch, not a great set of outcomes for him so far this game. He's getting himself in the right positions, but just not able to convert. Final touches a little bit loose at times.
A few loud pips on the whistle here.
Hey, hands down.
It was a good try. Good try.
No,
That's just a warning to the players inside the D, who are being rather physical off the ball.
Play when you're ready.
Yeah, okay.
There's hands down now, but it's shoulder to shoulder inside the D. Restart eventually gets underway with Brunet, and the ball comes across the face of D. No one there. German ball.
And I'll be very, very surprised if, given the attention that both these umpires we see on the replay here, the ball flashing across, it's gone behind both Muller and Schickendance. But with the conversations that have been had, I'll be very surprised if there isn't some outcome in a circle, some foul at either end, because of the physical contest that these players are creating.
And I think along with that, a few cards just moments away from the next serious foul, the next serious infringement.
The problem is Pullman is telling the players to keep their hands down and therefore keep both hands on the stick at all times. But if you've got an ingrained, instinctive way of playing where you use the contact just to feel where your opponent is, then all of a sudden to try and not do that is a real different skill set to have to bring to the fore, and it can just disrupt even your balance as you're trying to set yourself in the defence. It's not necessarily a malicious thing about pulling your opponent back. It's just about making sure you're aware of where they are and where the space is. It'll be interesting to see how it's dealt with.
Just a little hold in play here whilst Juan Vivaldi gets his pads on there. The umpire having a little joke with him.
Soccer?
Well, good to see the umpires out there with a sense of humour. Huge tournament, but just a bit of banter between him and the players. Hamish Jamson there of England, just waiting for Juan Vivaldi to get those kickers and that left pad strapped back on. There's the Argentina fans gathered down the goalie's end, just to the left of Juan Vivaldi's goal. Germans not quite so lively. They trail here by a 0-0. Argentina, you can see there with the red dot above their name. That means they've lost their video referral. Germany still have theirs intact, as and when they need to use it. But more importantly than that, Argentina lead Germany by 1-0. Manuel Brunet putting Argentina ahead in the first half on 30 minutes. Aerial ball comes in over the top, can't quite reach it. Lopez gives chase though. Almost stops by for a quick cuddle with umpire Tim Pullman.
Well, in front of that man was where that very smart little interchange of play happened, with the Argentinians setting up the free hit. The man over the top of the ball, initially leading high, pulling Zeller away from the ball, allowing the overhead to go up, and it was only 2 metres short of being an absolutely perfect pass to allow a cut into the circle for Argentina. That's a dreadful bit of individual skill, though, the self-pass off the pitch.
Yeah, couldn't have put better myself. Carlos Retegui, former player himself for Argentina. Oh, lovely pick on the 23-metre line, one-handed in the air. Gives Argentina this opportunity now to break down the left-hand flank. They need to get numbers into the middle as they cut back in field. A free hit was won. Not too much support there for the Argentinian number 13, Lucas Martinez, who was rinsing it down that left-hand flank. Here's a chance then. Can they find a corner of foot or a deflection? Kicked away by Jacobi. Good pressure on the goalies from Argentina.
All about VA in the first instance. He picked the ball up and with a little dink over the top of 2 German flat sticks, found Mazzilli, who could get it across the face of goal. Jacobi had to be absolutely alert.
Good reverse stick tackle that time from Muller.
We don't say the same.
Muller just wanting the advantage played a little bit there, but
You still got your inferno.
here's another look at that chance.
That's the ball to across to Mazzilli for the fight across the circle, looking as he was for Brunet.
And there's the interception which led to it all, the one-handed bring down of the Argentina defender, Manuel Brunet. So not only starting the play, but almost there to finish it as well. That would have been one of the goals of the tournament had it gone in. Good team effort.
Muller and Hainer having a little bit of handbags to each other across the middle of the pitch. Not happy with the delivery of the pass.
Hey, hey, hey! You must stop the ball! Stop the ball! Stop the ball!
Lopez just being told there to stop the ball. You might have heard that from the umpire, making his point very clear. Quick restart. German player retreats the 5 metres that he needs to, and that ball lifted up into the German defender by Manini.
Manini very cleverly taking that sideline hit, because the ball rolled over it by no more than 6 inches. He let the ball go across and then just brought it back to the line, meaning the German defender had to move away the requisite 5 metres. Just puts that extra little bit of pressure, and if the player isn't focused, isn't concentrating, they can give away cheap free hits and even penalty corners.
What's your take on all the coaches wearing sunglasses these days? We've seen a good majority of them wearing sunglasses, even on a cloudy day like today.
I was just going to say we've had 4 days of sunshine so far, so no surprise. But in principle, I think with all the media attention, it is no surprise. Maybe it just hides their emotion a little bit, means things can't be gauged. And we've also seen some coaches speaking behind their hands, because with the amount of TV cameras, I'm not suggesting there's a lip reader in the crowd, but you never know.
Oh, the World Cup is at stake. That is quite a big thing for all these teams involved. They've worked incredibly hard on the scene to qualify, to get here over the last couple of years. And finally they're here in the Netherlands for the 2014 Hockey World Cup. Germany, though, trail here. A trail by a goal to nil. Here's a chance to get one back. Just looking to float that one onto the foot of Lucas Ray, but had it covered, and Argentina break again. Really enjoying coming down this left-hand flank. It's Germany's right as they defend it. I think that's a conscious decision, Simon?
Well, with the outcomes they've had, you suggest it may well be, and with Villa happy to play over on that side and link up with Mazzilli when he's over there, they've definitely got some fantastic individual players.
Here's the spin, bit of space here, and the player brought down, and Max Muller was in there as a defender. Carlos Retegui, let's see his reaction to that. Well, he smiles it off. I think he knows that that probably wasn't a corner, and the umpire had the best view of it. Looked like a clean tackle for me from Max Muller here on the front of your picture just now.
Yeah, the player's initially going down, so he's fallen into Max Muller trying to make a reverse stick. Max Muller hasn't created the contact. As there's a spin here, stick across the shin guards causes Brunet to just fall into Muller. Okay, Muller wasn't backing away from the tackle, but he didn't cause the contact in the first place.
Not a bad first touch there from Mats Granbusch. Scored the other day in the opening game.
That's a huge overhead pass right from the Argentinian baseline. A good 65 yards, and they're quite happy, Argentina, to give possession away.
Just keep pushing Germany back, but also giving the ball back to the Germans, and here they come all the way through to the head of the D. The first foul on Vesely was some way back, just this side of the 23-metre line. Little ball in, keeper has to make something of it. Vivaldi goes down, and is that deliberately off? No, it's not, says the umpire.
That's come off a German stick. It looked like it, didn't it, from up here in the first instance. Vivaldi without, not the most convincing of saves, but Argentina come again.
What a nice passage of play. Finally, the game kicks into life a little. Suddenly, Germany maybe realise there are 3 points up for grabs here. Argentina are going to push them every single step of the way. Here's a look at that latest chance. Helped on nicely there initially by Wesley.
And Vivaldi doesn't read it. He thinks it's going to be a touch in front of him. It's the sole of his shoe, so there's no foam to help him get the ball away. And therefore the ball sticks a little bit, and he has to rely on his defender just to help him get it clear.
It's Mateus Ray that then cut in field with the ball now in Argentina's hands, or sticks as it is. Lopez can't beat his opposite, number 16. Juan Martin Lopez stopped in his tracks by Christopher Ruhr, who accelerates now and then comes crashing to the ground. We're going to see a card here. Barreros gets a green. That's 2 minutes in the sin bin. Time starts as soon as he takes his seat in front of the officials' dugout.
And down below us, Carlos Retegui, the Argentinian coach, is livid. The water bottle's gone everywhere. He can't believe that his players picked up a card in the face of some of the challenges that have gone on in the last 10 minutes.
Well, what that means now is every single hard challenge is going to be penalised by these umpires.
You'd expect exactly that, and the tempo is going to go up. The aggression will rise. As Germany knows, the clock ticks down. They need this win very much.
Yeah, 3 points, as we said. Battling for position in the pool. The top two go through to the semi-finals. Germany looking to get an equaliser back here along the baseline, kicked away by Vivaldi. It'll be a sideline ball.
And Vest feeling that as he drove through there was a big push in the back. His body position changed completely. His balance was affected as he came through. Managed to get the ball across the circle, but not sure it was as clean as he wanted.
Germany camped out in the Argentina quarter now. And again, it was Granbusch who was trying to get the shot off.
Germany quite happy to put men up. They've got the overload, they've got the extra man for a few more seconds, so they're quite happy to go to a full 3-man front press, setting themselves just 5 yards from any free hit.
Well, the sun comes out from behind the clouds and suddenly Marcus Weiss's sunglasses become useful. Scoreline doesn't look too tidy at the moment as Barreros watches on for another 30 seconds or so. 2 minutes sin bin for him, meaning Argentina on the back foot here with just 10 players on the pitch. All 11 of the German players forward, trying to find a gap. There's room over there on the right-hand flank for Benny Vest now. Can he find a way through? Takes a little deflection. There'll be a long corner taken by Korn.
Argentina back to full strength.
And the ball comes in, takes a deflection. Thought the final touch came from an Argentina stick, personally.
Well, there's no appeal, so both teams seem happy with the outcome that Jamson even suggested. Yeah, it was Fuchs who tried to pull it under his arm on the backhand.
Vivaldi had that bottom corner of his covered in the goal. Germany have to restart again from inside their own defensive quarter. Interestingly here, Argentina sat right back, just at about a 50–60% press, so not really crossing that halfway line. That's where their attackers are. That's their strikers on the halfway line, denying Germany any access through. Poor first touch again. I've got to say, consistently, that seems to be Grambusch's problem up front. He's not trapping that ball.
Yeah, none of the forwards really are trapping it, which isn't allowing the midfield to get in for Germany, so there's no build-up play. The small pattern play that we would expect to see down the baseline, both right and left for Germany. We've seen it so many times over the course of the years and every tournament where they've played at world level. They just build the indoor patterns and then pull the ball back, but they've had no meaningful possession round the baselines on either side consistently. Vivaldi's had so little to do.
Little nudge in the back there. Germans maintain possession, and now all 11 Argentina players just on the edge of their 23-metre zone. Germany still no way through. Good persistence from Benedikt Fürk, but he can't get through either. So back to square one.
And for Germany to get through this packed Argentina defence, they need to move the ball side to side or up and down twice at least. You go one way, the defence will track that. They're strong enough and they're quick enough, and Argentina's defence so far has been exceptional. To not concede a corner against a team such as this, who would have had so much possession, is fantastic, and their coach will be delighted with that shape.
Well, 15 minutes to go, and Germany, the Olympic champions, trail Argentina by a goal to nil. That was a pretty ugly challenge, and we might get a card after this play's played out. No, says the umpire. Argentina trying to break down play wherever possible here. Jab tackle comes in, can't get Zeller, can't get the ball off him. There's a little foot just outside, and back in the day that would have been an own goal. No own goal rule standing anymore. That was abolished at the beginning of February. But a couple of months ago, yeah, that would have been a goal.
Yeah, but it's still a single transfer before delivery, and this is where the Germans need to go side to side, get a little bit higher. You've still got a static defence.
Another chance there. And this time it was Grambusch as well.
Yeah, but they're delivering from a central position against a defence that hasn't been moved. They're not tired. Comes in here. You've got 3 men on that line to goal with no Germans there at all. So you can see Ibarra at the back of it, but you've got Gilardi in front of him. It is denying route one. OK, it's hit a foot, but it's not a goal-scoring chance for Germany because there's nobody else contesting that line. And that man who's just passed has been very quiet. We would expect to see Strzelkowski bursting through space, carrying the ball. He's had so little possession. Oh, that's ugly. There's a card coming out here, I'm sure there is.
Oh, come on. That's a yellow card then for Benedikt Fürk. He'll sit at least 5 minutes out in the sin bin.
Physio?
Yeah, Fürk's gone to ground as he comes into the challenge.
He's on the ground.
Yeah, he slipped. He slipped away.
That's not how...
I'm going to 5 on that one.
No, man. That's not how Hamish saw it. I can't do anything about that, okay?
Well, the German players coming in there and chatting to the other umpire at this near end, Tim Pullman, and saying that their teammate actually slipped. Benedikt Fürk there given a yellow card, so 5 minute suspension, and Germany down to 10 players.
I have to say in the slow-mo it didn't look quite as bad, but in real time Fürk came in very, very hard, and whilst Hague was arguing he slipped, just the body position that you get into in those situations, there was contact, it was hard, and with the card that we'd just seen for Argentina, the green, we'd already said any heavy challenges from then on were likely to be cards, and sure enough, exactly what we've seen.
Never helps, does it, when a player goes to ground? It makes the umpire's decision that little bit tougher, and so penalised heavily. And the Germans, well, for the remaining 13 minutes or so, 5 of those minutes will be spent with 10 players on the pitch. Gonzalo Payat, we haven't seen too much of him. There was some contact.
He's instruction.
The Germans are getting rattled out there. They really are.
Martin, we're going to fall out. We're going to fall out. I don't want to fall out with you. I don't want to fall out with you. But you, the obstruction is just going through. Come on.
It's going to be a very, very interesting last 12 minutes. Hamish Jamson very clear with Martin Hague. Hague knows that there's a line there that he can't cross. He's making a point that there was a stick contact across his throat. He's not happy with that. But even so, there's a way to talk to umpires and there's a way not to.
And Hamish there as well, making it very clear that he didn't want to fall out with the players, because then he has to start punishing them, and well, no one wants to see that. We want to try and keep all the players on the pitch, as Linus Butt now tries to find a way through. This is where Germany, they'll be patient all the way to the end and confident in themselves and their own ability that they can go and get that winner in the final couple of minutes of play. Quick restart from Hague. But it's just noticeable, isn't it? Definitely from up here, the body language of the German players. The shoulders have gone down, the head's gone down. They're starting to get a little bit rattled, and that's because they're trailing here by that goal to nil.
Yeah, and the greatest problem for them is focus. They haven't got a lot of time. They need to focus on what they need to do, because they do need to do it better. Their ball handling, their basic skill execution is not good enough.
Well, this result would certainly benefit teams like New Zealand, who are now top of the table as it stands, having won 2 games from 2. Wonderful result for them. Any Black Sticks fans watching on?
It keeps any number of teams. Yeah, and it keeps any number of teams in the hunt with the result like this. It just mixes things up in the middle of the table. Gives everybody a little bit more momentum and an incentive for the following games. But it does mean that the slightest slip-up after this round could have hugely negative effects.
When you look at the strength of the pool as well, with Germany, the Netherlands, the host nation, New Zealand now topping the table, Korea, Argentina and South Africa. Argentina, it looks like, are going to be able to provide a challenge for every single team in this table. So they're the team to spring the surprise as it is.
And look at the intensity from Argentina. They set their stall out to absorb, but now in order to do so, they are having to chase and hunt every single ball.
Route 1 ball again from Stralkowski.
No, high ball. It's not bloody indoor.
Again, great sense of humour from Hamish Jamison. Again into the D, it comes fired in, allowed to come straight in because it was outside the 23-metre zone. And Argentina at the moment getting in front of their players. That means they get to the ball first. Great turn of pace as well down that left-hand flank, carried on that left arm extension all the way down the left by Lucas Villa. Great spell of play.
Well, he had nothing on. To go down there against 2 world-class German defenders, Hauke and Müller, and to come out retaining possession is exceptional. What great stick control.
Amazing, just one-handed. You could see you can only use one side of the stick in hockey. If you're new, any newcomers, that's a sensational bit of skill. Mark that down. Oh, missed trap there from Schickendance. Gives Germany the ball back with Vess. And, well, Carlos Retegui close to a victory against the Olympic champions. The European champions, ranked second in the world currently, Germany, but no answer to that one goal from Manuel Brunet of Argentina. Put his side ahead in the first half, late on in the first half as well, on 30 minutes, as Hague now comes forward. This is Vess again on the left-hand side. There's acres of space out there for Germany, using every inch of the pitch, but still no way through. No penalty corners as yet in the game. Interesting aerial ball, finds its target on the baseline. Here's a chance for Germany to open their account. This is where the opening goal came from. But again, Ibarra comes away with it. And calmly aerials the ball down the throat of Hague out there. Crossfield ball, changing the point of attack. This time it's Butt who plays the ball back to captain Max Muller. Hague infield to Hulker. Route one ball, deflected away for a long corner.
And the German first touch just needs to be a little sharper. Dwelling on the ball, which is enabling Argentina to make the yard they need to accelerate and cover the defensive lines. If Germany, as they receive it, can change the point of attack, even by a metre or two, they'll have more success.
Well, there's a look at that ball that was brought down by Oliver Kahn. This is where Manuel Brunet scored from in the first half. Germany unable to convert in the second. Time running out. Gathered well by Zwicker, and free hit one. Linus Butt with the restart. Tobias Holker plays in Hague. There's a ball. Here's some space for Vess. Can he get the shot off? It's a slap shot which Vivaldi takes care of. Into the chest pad, belted away. It'll be a long corner for Germany. Great shot from Vess from that angle. That's the closest Germany have come to getting an equaliser in this second half. There's the ball aimed to get into the D, but now Argentina have a chance to counter-attack. Only 4 players forward, the Germans with 6 back in defence. A goal here against the run of play would certainly put the icing on the cake and steal the 3 points. Hulker comes out of defence with it. Zwicker now with Butt. Fuchs carrying it down that reverse stick as well. In and around the back, keeps the ball in play. No, just drifts across the baseline. Final touch coming from an Argentina player. Ball into the D, bobbling dangerously. And, well, really tense times this if you're a German fan watching. Argentina just trying to get the ball as high up the pitch as possible. They've won possession back here, Germany, with Muller at the back. Route one aerial this time, only as far as Pelatz, and the German player, oncoming German player, was not 5 metres. That was Florian Fuchs.
Well, Fuchs tried to do exactly the right thing. He held off, waited for the ball to be taken down by Argentina, but just got his distances slightly wrong.
You want a good example of an aerial ball, that's how to do it. Muller not able to get it fully there. It'll be a long corner. Was it a penalty corner? Well, Argentina aren't 100% sure. They haven't got a video referral to go to. If indeed that was a shin pad in there, Tim Pullman, this side, has signalled a penalty corner.
Well, they're going to refer it, aren't they? They're going to refer it immediately.
Well, the Germans do have their referral. That's the umpire's point there. Argentina couldn't confront it. Argentina couldn't contend it because they didn't have
an easy one.
A video referral. They've used that up. Germany can use theirs if they want to.
don't give cards for feet.
They're not contending it, and they would if they knew it wasn't
10
a foot.
seconds.
Yeah,
Argentina.
Muller knows this has come onto his shin guard. Yeah, there we go.
Let's go, please. Thank you. Let's go. 6 seconds. We have 6 seconds.
Well, we have the right
Let's move
hand
in the
come.
net. Thank you.
Gonzalo Payat at the head of the team
wait.
with Ibarra. If Payat
Wait for
can
me.
score this, Argentina are going to take all 3 points.
Play.
Just 4 minutes left to play. Argentina 1-0 up already. Germany on the back foot. Here is Payat with that drag flick. Can't get past Jacobi. The follow-up goes in, does it? No, swept off the line. Argentina so close to extending their lead. That one deflected the wrong side of the goalpost. It'll be a long corner. Little spell of play here for Germany to ride out.
Jacobi gets behind the Payat flick very well. Hagehowever, he doesn't get it clear, and Germany a little fortunate because the rebound goes underneath him and is cleared off the line.
Hague again brings the ball out. This is Hague. Germany looking to counter-attack fast. This is Vess. Doesn't have anywhere to go. Comes back into his own D. Ball just in front of Jacobi, who made that save just now off Gonzalo Payat. Payat scoring the other day for Argentina. Denied from the one and only penalty corner of the game so far. Long corner for Germany now. Crunched in. Oh, well,
What a save!
excellent reach from Benny Vess, and a deflection. Ibarra's quick there to gather the ball and comes away with it out of defence. Under the shoulder now, a chance for Argentina to counter-attack. Dispossessed, Muller now back to Vess, who took that ball down so brilliantly moments ago.
That was a bouncing ball smashed across the circle from Stokowski. Vess picking it up on the full extension, allowing Germany to recycle possession.
They'll come again. Vess bouncing that one into the turf. The foul was just before that, the umpire didn't like. So Germany will have the ball inside the 23-metre attacking zone. Crossfield from Muller. Hague now. Little deflection there, double deflection. Well, Germany getting closer and closer to that equaliser. That one just didn't seem to have enough pace on it. That double deflection in front of Vivaldi. The ball goes high and wide. Vess will gather this again for another German attack.
And Argentina have got to keep stepping out as this clock ticks down. If they allow Germany to roll up possession, they'll find at least one pass into this D.
Zwicker, who's first to the ball there. Jab tackles coming in left, right and centre. Plenty of stick as Zeller takes control. Hague now. Hague. Flat sticks of the Argentina defence. Germany here looking for a penalty corner, and Zeller couldn't find the target on the baseline, which was Arnold.
The Argentina, you see the corner here. I got a touch of the number one, so Jacobi actually a great first save, and in the end Arnold able to sweep it off the line. It's a touch. Jacobi going the wrong way, manages to block with the bottom of his right kicker.
Yeah, taking a deflection off the number one runner. Great reactions. There is Argentina's adoring fans. They watch on. Are they about to beat Germany here and pinch 3 points? Remember, Argentina losing to the Netherlands 3-1 in their opening game. Next game against New Zealand, who sit top of the table, having won both of their games. Germany, though, expected to be in those semi-finals, certainly amongst the players in the camp and fans watching on, ranked second in the world. We're about to see a big upset here, I think, with Argentina 1-0 up at this stage. Into the final few seconds now. Argentina in possession down the attacking end of the pitch. Germany's final bash at it, final 10 seconds. They need to get the ball up into the attacking zone. Route one ball from Hague is cut out. It was a bit of a hit and hope, and Germany go away with nothing. Argentina pick up the 3 points in their second game. It's finished Germany 0, Argentina 1. A huge result. So Argentina, the fans celebrate, not just here in the Netherlands, but back home as well. They will be going wild. Manuel Brunet, the winning goal on 30 minutes. Carlos Retigi congratulates each and every single one of his players. It's almost like they've won the World Cup. They're far from that, but they have beaten the Olympic champions. They have beaten the European champions. Germany have lost their second game, so having beaten South Africa in their opener, go down by a goal to nil here. There is final confirmation of the full-time score at the Rabobank Hockey World Cup. Germany 0, Argentina 1. Well. Simon Mason alongside me here in the commentary box. We watched that game unfold. Argentina deserving every ounce of those 3 points.
Heroic defending, absolutely heroic. Yes, we know they've got the fantastic individual flair players up front, but that was about defensive integrity, their ability to get across the ground. 2, 3, 4, 5-metre shuttles, left and right, denying line to goal, giving the Germans absolutely no space.
Well, there are the Germans in their dugout. There's the contrasting view into the Argentina huddle. That's what he does so well, inspires his players. Carlos Retegi in charge of the men and the women here at this tournament. Argentina pick up their first win, their first 3 points. Vivaldi had a few saves to make there in that second half. The Germans denied any further points in this game. Their next game will be against the Netherlands. That is going to be a toughie, and there's no guarantee of points in that game either.
Not at all. I mean, you don't fancy going to that game knowing that you need to get some points out of it in front of the home crowd. They've got a tough task in front of them. They've got the players with the capability, with the strength, but the structure today didn't deliver what they needed.
Argentina did deliver, and look at the mood in the German camp. Jacobi there, furthest away of the pitch. And we can get some sort of reaction now, pitch side, from the Argentina camp at least. Nick, down to you.
Lucas, you've just beaten Germany. Tell us how that feels.
This is a very good feeling. We fight till the end to get the 3 points, so we are very happy.
And huge emotion in the camp at the end of the game.
Yeah, it was a tough game till the last minute, so that's why we have to fight. We fight till the end, and we are very proud of ourselves.
Carlos, your coach has already disappeared to be with the ladies team. What were his final thoughts to you all?
I don't know. He's always cheering us. He's supporting us every time, so we are very happy with that.
And it brings you right back in contention in this very tough pool now.
Yeah, of course. We need to keep on going on this way. We need to keep on fighting and start to think in our next match, that is New Zealand. So we are going to be ready for that.
Well, that promises to be a cracker again. Lucas, go and join the boys. Thank you very much for your thoughts.
Well, that game against New Zealand is on Saturday the 7th of June. It's a 1 p.m. pushback. New Zealand currently top of the table in Pool B, and Argentina pick up their first 3 points as Germany pick up their sticks. And this is the goal that sunk the Germans on the day. Little deflection there from Hague, taking it the wrong side of Jacobi. It was good persistence, a good drive initially from Manini. The final shot coming in from Manuel Brunet on 30 minutes. There's the celebration at the end of it as well. Argentina beating Germany by a goal to nil. And there is the man that delivered the final blow. There are the fans enjoying every moment of their World Cup experience in The Hague, in the Netherlands. Amazing, isn't it, the reaction that it has? Let's see the pool table and see where Argentina are now. We know that New Zealand won their game just ahead of this against South Africa. But here's what that win does for Argentina. Takes them up off the foot of the table. So just Korea and South Africa, who were pointless in Pool B. The Netherlands with a game to play later this evening against Korea, which on paper you would say they're going to win. Argentina, though, picking up their first win in their second game. Germany as well with 3 points in the bank, but we're certainly expecting to get something from this game. And there are the Germans going through the mix zone. That's where they have to talk to the media. And I dare say not too many of them wanting to stop there and have a chat. But from all of us here in the Netherlands, farewell.